Gold and silver traded yet again with swings, huge swings here. Yes, we have seen a good support coming in for gold around 4040 levels, as we have discussed yesterday, and silver at around 48. While when you talk about crude oil, see, we had expected a bounce back, a rise in crude oil, and see, with the inventory data now, oil is trading above $60 levels, the critical milestone, and natural gas is again trading sideways around 4. While when you talk about the Nasdaq and Dow, very good swing right from the highs. We have seen a good sharp drop and then a stronger recovery. So what to expect today from these six instruments? We're gonna see in the same sequence: first gold, followed with silver, then crude oil and natural gas, lastly Nasdaq 100 and Dow Jones. Also, this is the first update for the day. The next update will be released before the US session. Watch that as well. Subscribe, press the bell icon, do like, share, and comment. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. I am going to give you trading levels for each and every instrument, so do listen to it carefully and do follow the levels. Let's start. First, with gold on the hourly charts, you can find out that now the price is trading above the 20 period average here. This is a supportive sign for a further retracement here on the upside. Now see what has happened yesterday. Couple of moves towards $4,000 levels, 40-20 zone, and then since then failing to break it, it is trying to bounce back now. Now also notice on the upside, 4120, 4130 is a very good resistance, and if that is taken, we can expect it to move towards 4150 levels, 4140 levels. So I'll say again the same levels which had played out very well yesterday, the same zone. I'll stick to the same zone. If at all gold decides to rise 4120 to 4160, this is the zone which is going to remain crucial. Any breakout beyond 4160, you can just stay bullish. We can in fact expect 4184, 4200 levels as well. But right now I can see the momentum is bit subdued. You can see the momentum is not so aggressive what we had seen yesterday and day before. The movement right now is very sluggish here. So what it is trying to do, couple of things it is trying to do. The indicators which had been trading oversold, it is trying to pull back the indicators on the slightly upside while staying in a narrow zone. So this is the beauty of charts. Now see what's happening here. After a good rise, it has retraced again, taking the support, trying to bounce back. So possibly it might try to break beyond 4110, 4120. Let's see where we can enter here. The moving averages now, after trading with divergence, are showing signs of convergence. Stochastic rising as well. MACD, which was sitting at the bottom, now trying to rise, trying to bounce back. RSI almost flat. Coming to 2-hour chart, here on the 2-hour charts, now 5 period is offering it a very good support, and thus if you see now gold trading below 4080, 4070 zone, you can take a selling entry from there. Below 4080 and 4070 is where we can see more bearishness prevailing, and then it may try to reverse or erase all the gains from this move. Also notice what it is doing. See, previous drop, it has retraced towards 20 period. Then the next drop, it is retraced towards 20 period. Now 4110, 4120 is going to be the first key resistance which gold has to break past by. Moving averages crossed over, trading with divergence here. Certainly a bearish indication. Stochastic at the top, looking downwards, again a bearish indication. Look at MACD. Now this is important. See the MACD here. After dropping sharp, it is now crossed over, trading with divergence, and this is a supportive sign for the bulls here. Now notice when it was at extremes, it is failed to move towards plus 60, but when it is bearish, it has moved towards minus 60. So this calls for a little pullback here, which means the if it has to retrace, it may take a little time. The momentum is going to be sluggish, but it is going to be moderately bullish as well. RSI coming out of the oversold zone. So what will happen if it stays moderately bullish? It may pull up the MACD also little up, such that it can take a direction again. Look at 3-hour chart. On the 3-hour charts, one key observation here is drop, retracement, drop, retracement. Now you can see lower highs are seen, you can see lower lows are seen, and this yesterday's drop is important because see, lower highs and higher lows it is created, which is a consolidation. So thus it is very important for gold to either break out beyond 4120 or to break below 4040, 4020 zone. As and how it comes out of this consolidation zone, more bearishness or bullishness might prevail. Remember, if we can see rally for multiple days and weeks and months, it can keep on correcting for days and weeks and months. So do not forget, these are markets, anything and everything is possible. Right now it is trying to show a little pullback. Look at the moving averages. This is a bearish indication. So in the near term, what I look at, the higher it rises, the higher better is the opportunity for us to take a sell. So if you see today, Gold at 4200, again I'll recommend you to take a sell at those positions. So on the buy side, it is a retracement, not yet a reversal. 4380 mark is going to be a difficult target for gold to break past by now. Moving average is crossing over here, trading with divergence is staying looking downwards. Stochastic rising, the MACD is bearish here, trying to converge, and see the MACD here also. Right from plus 60, we have seen it moving towards minus 60. There is still a little room for it to continue on the downside. But right now, what it is trying to do, it is trying to converge. A crossover here may lead to retracement. RSI at bottom trying to bounce back. On the 4-hour charts, and you see similar observation here, drop, retracement, lower highs are seen, lower lows are seen. We have to wait for it to come out of this channel here. And thus a very good entry could be taken at around 4110, 4120 zone, which will be a good indication for further rise. Look at the moving averages. Now see 4-hour charts, moving averages crossing over after how much time? You can see this was the last crossover on the sell side way back in beginning of August, almost 3 months here, and it is now crossing over on the sell side almost after 3 months. So this might stay here for a while. This bearishness might prevail for a while from here. Notice also you can see these two are symmetrical. Only bullishness is if it trades beyond 4110, 4120, else we can expect a possible reversal as well. Yes, again as I said, when it was bullish, it has traded for months and weeks strongly bullish, and thus once it is turned bearish, it can stay bearish for a while. Stochastic rising, the MACD is bearish here, it is still looking downwards, the RSI is almost flat. Coming to daily charts. Now on the daily charts, one key observation here is the price closing above 20 period. This is a supportive sign for the bulls though. That is a good sign that price was trading with divergence from 20 period. Now it is trying to take the support here. That is the first point. Today's candle is going to remain important because once it starts to slide, it is going to give you a bigger slide here. Be watchful of this. Yes, it is started in red and it may continue to do so. However, things are slightly oversold on the smaller time frame, which makes me a bit worried. Now remember here, 5-period moving average, which was offering it a very good support for months and weeks. Now this is going to be the key resistance, and that is why I say also the double top levels from yesterday. And that is why I say till 4150, 4160, do not treat this as bullish. In fact, it can form a double top and start reversing. And in fact, as I said, till 4200, the chances of reversal will remain very high. So it appears it is going to be a swingful day again. We are going to see a good swing. The up move is going to be a bit sluggish, but when it starts to slide, it may be a swift move. Moving averages still trading with divergence here, the 2050 100. Only the 5-period has started to show a little bearish move here. Stochastic looking down. Look at MACD. Now see, on the 4-hour charts, you have seen the MACD looking upwards. On the daily charts, it is now crossed over at the top. These levels are unprecedented. We have not seen such levels in MACD on the daily charts for gold, and thus this crossover is very important. Also, this is trading with divergence, just couple of candles. It appears that it is going to be another bearish day, but yes, not without swing. Swings are definitely going to be there. You have to watch out. If you look at RSI, this has just come out of the overbought zone here. And thus now time for me to give you the trading levels. And before I give you the trading levels here, if you're willing to learn this art of trading, be a part of my mentorship batch. 35th batch dates are announced. Register yourself now. Reach out to me for queries. Else you can also be part of my signals channel on Telegram, where trading as per the signals also you can profit. Connect with me for your queries. And those looking forward to a trusted partner which offers you a swap-free account with lowest spreads and no hidden charges, easier transactions and easier withdrawals from across the globe, you can find the recommended broker link also in the channel and video description. So now, first thing is where you should sell. I will recommend you to sell at 4078 itself, but remember 40, 70, 68 first support. Very crucial support exists here. If this is taken, then you can expect 40, 56, 58. And below this is where we can see real bearishness prevailing. You can expect 4030, 4016 and 4000. Now 4000 is one critical number which gold has to break, because what lies below this is 3980 and 3950 40 mark, which I am looking forward to in gold very soon. It may take a couple of sessions or more, but yes, these levels at 3940, 3950, I am at least expecting. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry. Sorry, these were the selling entry. On the upside, I will recommend a buying entry at 4096 levels. Expect 4108 10 zone first target, 4118 20 the next target, and till here it is not yet to be treated bullish, but beyond 4120 is where you can expect the bullishness to prevail. Beyond 4120 you can in fact expect it to move towards 4136, 4150, and then 4160-62. If these levels are taken, you can stay bullish for 4184 and then 4200 mark. Beyond 4200, I think it is going to turn bullish again. We can look forward to a rally from there. Appears difficult. I think 4200, if it sees today even 4160, I think that should be a good opportunity for us to take a sell. But let's see later in the day how it behaves. So take your trades accordingly. More we will see with the US session update. Let's move to silver now. Silver on the hourly charts, you can see after the drop it has retraced. After the drop it is consolidated 20 period, offering it a very good resistance, and now it is very crucial for silver to trade below 48, 47.80 and 47, 40.50 zone, because what lies below this is 47 and in fact $46 level. If you notice what it has done here, it is doing the same here, though there is a slight possibility for it to again move towards 49, but these levels 49, 49.20 is going to be the key resistance here, and if at all that is taken till 50 it has room, but any move beyond 50 is a sign of reversal. Beyond 50 is where you can confirm that silver is turning bullish. Else what I do see this as a retracement and consolidation. Once it trades below 48, certainly more bearishness is going to be seen here. Stochastic rising, MACD rising, RSI comfortably placed. On the 2 hour, similar observation here. Notice after the drop, retracement again drop, sideways movement. It is taking support from 48 and 47.8. Trading below this zone, certainly more bearishness is going to prevail. The moving averages have come down and it is definitely finding it difficult to trade beyond. Now 49, 49.20 is one such level which it has to trade beyond in order to confirm any kind of bullishness today. Stochastic right now placed comfortably, but look at MACD. Right after hitting the bottom here, it is trying to retrace. Remember when it was bullish, it is traded extremely bullish for days and weeks, and now it is possible that it can try to stay in this bearish zone for a while. RSI rising here. On the 3-hour, similar observation here on the 3-hour charts. Look at the resistance here, very strong, and thus it is pretty important for silver to break out beyond this resistance, and thus 48.80 should be the only entry point for us where you can initiate a buy. Else what could happen, it can in fact turn red, and specifically a move below 47.80 is what you should watch out for. Remember 5 period moving average, which was the support earlier, now this is acting as a resistance for silver. Stochastic rising, the MACD is trying to converge, crossover for a buy. RSI just coming out of the oversold zone. Coming to the 4-hour, on the 4-hour chart, similar as the observation here. Notice the move, drop, retracement, again a big drop, slight retracement, lower highs are seen, a flat base is seen. It is a kind of squeeze which it has to come out of. Specifically bearishness is only below 47.8, while bullishness or an up move could be seen if it trades above 48.8, and then beyond 48.8 you can in fact expect a good bullish move. Notice on the 4-hour charts, the moving average is crossing over, and this crossover is appearing after 2 to 3 months, and thus it may sustain here for a while. Now what it is doing, look at the move here, drop retracement. So a retracement is possible even if it is bearish. A move towards 50 cannot be denied. Stochastic rising, MACD is trading enough bearish, waiting for it to converge, crossover. RSI just staying near to the bottom. Coming to day, now look at daily charts here. Good swing. After this good bearish move, we have seen a swing here. Now for this to turn bullish, it is very important for silver to trade above 50, a critical number here, because beyond 50 again possibly slight bullishness may prevail, but it is going to be difficult as well for it to break beyond. See the 5 and 20 period moving average now is starting to look downwards. What has happened yesterday? We have seen lower lows, we have seen a range bound movement. What is possibly expected is again silver price is either staying in the zone. Now remember, once it trades below 47.40 today, it has a strong possibility for silver to move towards 46, and this could happen in a hurry here. You have to be careful. Below 47.80 and 47.40 stay short. If you see the stochastic, this has taken a dip. Look at MACD right at the top, it has crossed over, it is looking downwards. It might deliver a vertical fall. You have to be careful here. And see, nothing happens in a straight line. It may show you zigzag, but yes, the trend appears to be on the downside now. RSI coming out of the overbought zone. So considering this, now you can buy at 48.60. Be careful on the upside. 48.85, 49.20 are the next targets, and these are going to be stronger resistances. then 49, 50, 60 should be the next targets, and then 50. Beyond 50 ideally is where you can say now the bulls are taking over. You can in fact expect 51 here. Chances for such a move appears less, at least today. And on the downside now, you can take a selling entry somewhere at 48, 47.8. You have to be cautious here. If it trades below 47.8, you can expect 47.4, 47.5 as the first target, 47 as the next. Below 47, strong bearish momentum might prevail. You can in fact expect 46.5 and 46 very, very soon. Trade accordingly. Let's move to crude. See, oil has posted a very, very sharp recovery yesterday and day before. We had mentioned that it is getting oversold. It is trying to bounce back. It appears to have bottom, and what it has done, it has shown a good rise. Now, today it is very, very important for oil to trade beyond 60.6 levels and then expect 61 as the first target. 61, 61.1 is the first target, and in fact beyond this it may post a move towards 62, which is 62 and 62.6 are the two levels which it has to trade beyond in order to confirm a possible reversal. Moving averages on the hourly charts have crossed over. These are trading. Also notice the 5-period moving average is now offering it a very, very good support. Stochastic at the top, while the MACD is rising, and MACD has already seen a very good rise on the hourly chart. So a possible sideways move or consolidation is what you can see. RSI is staying overbought. Coming to 2 hours. Now yesterday we did discuss that, see, this is how it has been trading, and once it trades beyond 58.6, we can look forward to a good bullish move. Beautifully it has moved now towards the highs here. Now see, the 2-hour charts moving average is crossed over, which is a supportive sign for the bulls. Now 58, which was the resistance, is now going to be the support, and thus if at all it decides to move downward, 58.6, 58 is what you should watch out for. Also on the 2-hour charts, look at the support it has created here. So ideally, in fact, you can sell at 59.4 levels itself, but again that is going to be riskier. As long as 58 is not taken, do not treat oil as bearish here. Stochastic overbought, MACD rising, staying extremely overbought, RSI staying extremely overbought. On the 3-hour chart, similar observation here. Look at 5-period moving average offering it a very, very good support here, and thus a bearish move is only expected if it trades below 5-period moving average. See, after forming the neck, now it is putting pressure on the bands to expand. It may not be a straight line move. It can show you little swings before bouncing back up again. Moving averages crossing over on the 3-hour charts is a very, very good sign for the bulls, and that is why I say till 58 you have to be cautious. Now notice what's happening. Since it is trying to reverse, it has formed a good base at 56. It can try to move towards the zone that is 62, 62.6, and if that is taken, that's a reversal in the near term. Stochastic overbought, MACD is trading with extreme divergence, staying extremely bullish here. RSI getting overbought here. On the 4-hour charts, and you see again the same, moving average is starting to converge, 5-period offering it a very good support, and the more it diverges from 5-period, the chances of convergence will also increase. If you see the stochastic, this is overbought, MACD is at rising, it is trading with divergence. Notice, just watch my previous few updates. What did we discuss? That it has formed a double bottom here, might move towards double top, and that is what has happened. Beauty of analysis here. RSI overbought here. Coming to daily, on the daily charts here itself, we have discussed that it is showing signs of reversal. Yes, one bullish candle, this was the reversal sign, couple of consolidation, and then symmetrical move. Now what has happened, it is now trying to post a complete recovery, and now if you see oil trading beyond 60.6, you can initiate a buy for 61, 61.4, and then 62, and then 62.6 as well. Possibility is there that it can post a recovery, but I think on the smaller time frames it is getting slightly overbought. It can show you swings before bouncing back. Look at a stochastic back to overbought. Look at MACD now staying oversold for a while. Now it is crossing over here, and this is a good sign that possibly oil might post a recovery from here. RSI rising. So yes, still the signs on the higher time frames are still supportive for further rise. So looking at, and before I give you the trading levels, do not miss to be part of my mentorship batch. Register yourself now, connect with me for queries, and else you can be part of my Signals channel on Telegram. And do not miss to join the recommended broker, which offers you a SAF-free account, lowest spreads, and no hidden charges. Now you can buy at 60 points. So if you're buying at 60.6, first target should be at around 61.1. The nearest one is at 61.4. If this is taken, then 62 is the achievable target, and most crucial level is lies at 62.5. Any move beyond 62.5 should take it all the way towards 64 and higher levels. While on the downside, you can take a sell at 59.8. Be careful till 59.4. This zone is very, very crucial for oil. Once it trades below this, 59, 58.4, 57.8, and 57 are going to be there. Though such a sharp move I do not expect, but yes, a slight retracement is possible. However, till 57.8 it is not bearish. Only below 57.8 you can say now oil is turning bearish here. So take your trades and positions accordingly. Let's move to natural gas. Natural gas, after staying bullish for the rest of the week, we have seen it consolidating yesterday. Throughout the day we have seen a narrow range bound movement where we had seen it is struggling on the upside, while on the downside the supports played out very well. See, first thing is on the downside now 3.94 is one milestone which it has to trade below in order to confirm any kind of bearishness. Today also we have the natural gas storage data coming in from US that might add on to the volatility here. But what's happening before that? It is a good consolidation. The support on the downside now 3.98, very strong. The resistance at 4.0204 also equally strong here. So yes, signs are still supportive for further rise though. Stochastic rising. MACD is still bearish here. Yes, after the crossover at the top. See, MACD has cooled down significantly, but the price is still at the same zone. So this is the beauty here. RSI is staying almost flat. Now such moves in general suggest bullishness, inherent bullishness here. Look at 2 hour charts. After the rise it is retraced. 20 period is offered it a very good support, and right now in fact the median of Bollinger Bands is offering it a good support as. So now we have to wait for it to trade below 3.98, and then in fact till 3.98, 3.96, 3.94. These are the three levels it has to trade below. Only and only if it is seen trading below 3.94, this may cause a little drop. This may bring slight bearishness. Moving averages are still bullish. Stochastic rising. MACD interestingly has crossed over at the top, and right now looking downwards. Though it has lot much of downside to cover, but it is struggling. It is just staying sideways. RSI coming out of the overbought zone here. Coming to 3 hour, on the 3 hour chart, see, since here I had mentioned the retracement is done, it is ready for bounce back. What has happened here? Rise retracement, rise retracement. Now see, this was the second drop and this is the third leg of rise. It may possibly retrace from here. It may take a little time, but now it is only bearish if you see it is staying below 3.4 levels. As long as 3.4 is not taken, it's not bearish. Though slight retracement towards 3.6, 3.8 can be seen, but it is not yet to be treated reversal. If you see the stochastic, this has taken a dip. The MACD, look at MACD right from the top, it has crossed over. This indicates that there could be slight retracement on the downside. RSI coming out of the overbought zone. Coming to 4 hour, on the 4 hour chart, similar observation. Right now consolidation is going on. Wait for a breakout here. A move below 3.98, 3.96 and 94 will confirm a move towards 3.9 and 3.88, and below this it may show bearishness. Below this is where you can confirm that natural gas is reversing, else it is right now not yet bearish. Stochastic comfortably placed. The MACD after a good rise has just crossed over. Slight bearish indication. Notice the moves here. Rise, retracement, bigger rise, retracement, further bigger rise might follow with a further bigger retracement. RSI just coming out of the overbought zone. So today's storage data might add on to the volatility here. You have to be careful. Look at the daily charts here. This is the third one. If you see this, this is the beautiful channel in which it is trading. The lows here are now at 3.6. Now look at the move here. See, diminishing bullishness outside Bollinger Bands. Yesterday what we had seen a good swing and a range bound move. Now what is happening today? Again, it is starting off on a bullish note. However, you have to watch out. 5 period moving average sitting at 3.9 is achievable, and then 3.88. This is the strongest support. If at all gas trades below this, you can say now this might call for a possible reversal towards 3.8. If you see the stochastic, this is overbought. MACD is still rising, looking upwards. RSI getting overbought as well. Remember, this is natural gas. It can do wonders. We have seen months and weeks of bullishness, bearishness prevailing. We had seen sharper bearish moves every other day. And now once it is trying to bounce back, it may possibly stay bullish. But I will only now recommend you to buy if you see it is staying beyond 4.02. Expect 4.04, 4.06. Till here, it's not yet bullish. Beyond this, expect 4.11 and then 4.2. And beyond 4.2, we may see natural gas landing at 4.4 levels very soon. On the downside, I will recommend you to sell at 3.98. When you see the higher price below 3.98, but then 3.96, 3.94. If these two levels are taken, you can say now the bears are back. You can expect 3.9, 3.87. And if this is taken, in fact, till 3.84, it has got good support, but then ideally I'll be looking at 3.8. So these are going to be crucial numbers, and the support levels on the downside are pretty strong. Hence, you have to be trading with caution till 3.8. It's not yet bearish. Below 3.8 is where you can expect a possible slide all the way towards 3.6 very soon. If not this week, then in the coming week. Take your trades accordingly. Let's move to Nasdaq. See Tech 100 right from the highs at 25,200 where we have seen a very good dip coming in. It has moved close to 24,600, 650 and it is just side away from breaking below 24,600, the crucial milestone. Now see what's happening since then. After the good drop, it is now trying to retrace 25,000, which was the critical hurdle for a sell. Now it is going to be a critical hurdle for a buy and buys, and a move beyond 25,000 might invite slight boost, but then it is going to be again crucial for US 100, 25,000, 25,200. I think it is, this zone is going to get crucial here, and now it is going to get difficult as well for it to break past by. Notice the moves here: rise, retracement, rise, possibly it may retrace. Now it is very important for Tech 100 to trade below 24,800 in order to confirm any kind of bearishness here. Stochastic overbought. See, MACD after dropping sharp, it is crossed over. This might lead to slight retracement. RSI placed comfortably. On the 2 hour, similar is the observation on the 2 hour charts. Drop, retracement, trying to take a dip here. Only below 24,800 and 780, you can say. Now we can expect more bearishness from there. Else it might stay in a zone here. Moving average is now starting to converge again. If you see the stochastic, this is rising. The MACD was trading bearish, waiting for it to converge crossover. RSI is staying flat. Coming to 3 hour, similar observation here on the 3 hour charts. After this stronger slide, it has retraced, and now see the 5-period moving averages, it offering it a little resistance. So if you see it is staying beyond 24,960, you can buy and expect 25,000, 25,050, and then 25,080 levels here. I'll say on the upside, the resistances are very strong till 25,200. Do not treat this as bullish till then. Stochastic rising, MACD is trading bearish, looking downwards. RSI staying flat. On the 4-hour chart, now one thing you should note here, see, look at this great slide, a gap up here, rise, retracement, second rise, retracement, third rise, it may possibly retrace towards where? Retrace towards the same zone, 24,200, 24,400. But then there is one probability that we may see the Tech 100 waiting for the inflation data tomorrow before taking a direction here. The inflation data tomorrow is going to hold the key. Moving data, moving averages have started to converge here. In fact, the 5 and 20 period offered it a crossover, but I'll still not confirm it as bearish as long as 24,800, 780 is not taken. Stochastic rising, MACD is bearish here. RSI is flat. Coming to daily, on the daily charts, it is again formed a trend top, and then the prices have taken a plunge here. But notice, you can see the support coming in from 20 period is very strong. Thus today's candle has to close below 24,800 and 780, and specifically a move below 24,600 might confirm further bearishness and towards 24,400 levels. But right now it is not showing such bearishness. Also on the upside, the 5-period moving average, which is so far offered it a support, it is now going to be the resistance. So bullishness today is only if you see it is staying beyond 25,000. Else it is not yet to be confirmed bullish. Stochastic trying to cool down from the overbought zone. MACD is still staying slightly bearish. RSI flat. And before I give you the trading levels, if you're willing to learn this art of trading, be a part of my mentorship batch. 35th batch start soon. Register yourself now. Reach out to me for queries. Else you can also be part of my signals channel on Telegram, where trading as per the signals, you can capture hundreds and thousands of pips in a single day these days. Connect with me for queries, and those looking forward to a trusted partner must join the recommended broker. The link is there in the channel and video description. So you can buy 24,960, expect 25,000, 25,45, 25,088, and if this is taken, then you can expect it to move towards 25,150 and 25,200. Chances for such a reversal appears less, but yes, these are markets. It can do so. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 24,870. Expect 24,800, 24, 24,840, 24,800, 24,770, 760. If at all it trades below this, you can just stay short from here. More bearishness is going to prevail. 24,700 next, and in fact 24,600 will be seen here. Below 24,600, massive bearishness is going to prevail. Trade accordingly. Let's move to Dow Jones. See, Dow Jones has taken a huge hit right from 47,000. We have seen a drop all the way towards 46,400 levels here. And now what it is trying to do, it is staying sideways here, neither bullish nor bearish as of now. The moving averages on the hourly charts have crossed over, which is indeed a bearish sign. If you look at the move here, you can find out right now it is struggling to trade beyond 46,600, which is indeed now going to remain a crucial resistance. Stochastic overbought here, while when you see the MACD, it is crossed over, trying to cross over and at the bottom. If you look at these waves, it appears it might cross over for the highs again. RSI coming out of the oversold zone. Coming to 2-hour charts, now see on the 2-hour charts what's happening. We can see a reversal after series of bearish candle. So once it trades beyond 46,600, I can see more bullishness prevailing here, and now this zone between 46,600 and 800 is going to remain crucial here for US30. Only bullishness is if you see it is staying above 46,800. Stochastic rising, MACD bearish, RSI flat, mixed indication here. Look at 3-hour charts, similar observation here on the 3-hour charts. Series of bearish candles trying to break out, trying to bounce back. But I'll say till 46,800 it is not yet bullish. Stochastic at bottom, MACD just crossed over, trading with divergence, looking downwards, staying bearish. And yes, it has lot much of downside still available here. The RSI is flat. On the 4-hour, now on the 4-hour chart, there is one more important point. Look at this move, the sharper decline, a gap up here, rise, retracement, bigger rise, bigger retracement. This is the third bigger rise, might follow with a bigger retracement where it might head towards 45,500 it appears. But right now it is almost 1,000 points from current levels, and it might wait for the inflation data tomorrow for such a move. Notice on the 4-hour charts what's happening. It is not yet confirming a reversal. The moving averages are crossed over. So now one thing is clear, 46,600 you can buy and expect till 46,800 you have to put a 50 points trailing stop loss. 46,650, 700, 750, 800. 4 key resistances on the upside. Stochastic at bottom, the MACD crossed over here, trading with divergence. Again, a slight bearish indication. RSI is flat. Coming to daily chart. On the daily charts, see what we did discuss, that day before yesterday was a swing. It is started on a flat note. We can see a move towards 5 period and 20 period. Now 5 period and 20 period is offering it a little support. So what you can expect, if you see it is staying below 46,400, then you can expect another round of drop which can in fact take it further low. Further low means 46,400 or in fact lower levels. Also, it is possible that today you can see a swing here. It can move towards 46,800 on the upside and 46,400, 200 on the downside. This swing possibility is there before it takes a plunge tomorrow with the inflation data. Right now, it is not showing much weakness. Stochastic overbought, MACD bullish, RSI flat here. So looking at this, what you can do. Now, first thing is where you should. The buying entry is pretty clear here. I will only recommend you to buy if you see it is staying beyond 46,600. Till 46,800, just put a 50 points trailing, keep booking profits and keep trailing your stop losses. That will only going to help. If it closes and if you see it again in your direction, you can re-enter any point of time. But first thing is to preserve profits. Beyond 46,800, I will expect 46,900 and 47,000. Any move beyond 47,000, it's a reversal. Close your eyes, stay bullish. We are going to see a huge rally from there. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 46,480. Expect 46,400. And then below 46,400, I will be looking at 46,200 and 46,000 levels today itself. Below 46,000 is where more bearishness to prevail, and then 45,800, 45,500 are the next targets here. Take your trades and positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe and comment. Join my mentorship batch. Join my signals channel. Reach out to me for your queries. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates. And join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. See you again before the US session with more updates. Do watch that as well. Thank you.